All right, I think we are live. All right, welcome to Jason and Fred. This is a new session, kind of like a new segment that I'm setting up. As you can see here, we have Christopher here. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because moving forward, we will be occasionally. I cannot say that this is going to happen every Saturday, but occasionally we will bring experts from specific industry or specific niches to come together to share with us some quick tips about how to achieve success in their respective field. So if you're watching this live, please say hi. But if you're watching the replay, which is perfectly fine, this is going to be like a half an hour session. The whole idea here is we want to really bring the right people to talk about the right topic, which is, you see, for me, I'm Jason. If this is the first time we meet, I specialize in Facebook advertising, but we get to work together with different people because of I'm actually a trainer. So Christopher actually joined a few of my courses, and and then after that, he used the method and he achieved some very interesting success. That's why I want to bring him in here. So recently, he was showing me his result. This guy, of course, he was very humble. He was saying that he only, averagely, he achieved about 9x return on advertising spend for Shopify store. Basically, ROAS stands for return on advertising spend, meaning that every dollar you spend, that's kind of the thing that, every dollar you spend, how much you get back in return, So in this case, he's actually spending like, every dollar he spends, he gets $9 back in return. So that's kind of like the most beautiful thing at all. All right, so I wanted to bring him in. So we are going live in 3 areas over here. First of all, we are going live in the Shopify store class group, which is that you're in, and as well as we are also going live on my YouTube channel, as well as my transformation group where you're in right now. So you can feel free to ask questions. We already have a few friends. You did not say who you are, so I wouldn't know who you are. So somebody say, and Zender signed up to the class. So I believe Zender is watching in the Facebook group or anywhere. So yeah, now Christopher, I want to quickly run over a bit. How did you achieve this 9x return on advertising spend for your Shopify store using Facebook ads? What did you do right? What are the things that you did right?
Okay, first thing with Facebook ads and Shopify, if you just run your Shopify store online without bringing any traffic from other sources like SEO, any organic link search, if I can't do that because I don't really have much knowledge on how to bring in organic traffic, so I relied on Facebook ads. After that, when I first tried Facebook ads, it was really hard to get the correct audience. The targeting has to be very, very accurate. So on and off, when the first few months I tried Facebook ads, I burned through a lot of money. I wasted a lot of money because I didn't know how to target the correct people. So after joining Jason's FAA, his course, and I found out how to actually target the correct people to get my
So it's the
return.
people that actually define the success. That's kind of a main pillar that you found.
The audience, yeah. Depending on your business niche, let's say if you're selling accessories and stuff, you have to know you have to profile your customer. What type of customer you think that will love this type of accessories, what you're selling. So you have to profile them and then try to search in the demographics in Facebook ads, the interest demographics, and see if there's any such demographics that's inside Facebook, and try and test that audience for a very little budget. If the audience is proven to work, then just scale that set.
All right, right. How do you? When you say proven to work, means that when you achieve at least certain level of ROAS, what is the threshold that you set for yourself? That you will say that this is proven, that I would actually push a little bit more on this.
Okay, so most of the people that I read, most of our articles that I read online for e-commerce when you're just starting up, they always say just aim for break even. But I was not satisfied with break even. Although if you get break even results is good because you get a huge customer base, you get all the emails, all the phone numbers to create a quality lookalike audience, those that purchase from you. But then I wanted more. I don't want just break even. So I would set around at least 1.5 times return or 2 times. Yeah, and then I'll try to scale it a little bit more, maybe putting more budget. And I know that I've learned previously, if you scale your asset, that means the asset has to spend more money compared to last time. Let's say now I'm spending $20 and I scale it to $30 or $40. When you scale higher, the CPP will increase. So
right.
So I will try to scale to a point that you will break even again, and then I know that okay, maybe at this cost, at this budget, spending $50 a day, it will give me only break even results, and more than 50 bucks a day for this audience will give me a loss. So
Okay. Sounds cool. Right. So basically to what you shared just now, I think audience is one of a very important key. But of course, we also need to look at how do you design your campaign and what are the objectives that you are supposed to be using, right? So so this is the class that we are actually putting up together. But however, if you have any questions, regardless whatever in the future, whatever that is going to happen, whether you want to enroll to the course or not, I think it's very important that if you have any questions regarding Facebook ads for Shopify, feel free to actually post in the comment section, whether you're watching live or the replay. It's fine, even if you just post any comment over here, and we will pick up and we will do our best to address over there. Now, okay, the other thing that I want to find out here is that you were saying that for a while that you did not do right when it comes to Facebook advertising. You didn't achieve good result. What are the mistake that you think you make, or generally other Shopify store owners make when they are trying to advertise for their Shopify store that make them not able to achieve success?
okay, first thing is not A/B testing your creatives. That's the most
Right.
important thing, because no matter how good your audience is, how quality your audience is, if your creative don't make them stop scrolling and click to your website and then perform other actions like add to cart, initiate checkout, or purchase. So if you don't test your creatives, you're gonna fail in Facebook ads. I'm 100% sure. You gotta get low
Right.
clicks. You gotta get very expensive clicks. You get literally no traffic at all for spending around 50 ringgit a day because your creatives are shit. You don't get really good clicks. That's where the mistake is. You don't test your creatives. Always test
Okay.
creatives. Yeah.
So
That's the most important mistake.
So that's the first thing. The first mistakes that you should avoid is not testing creative. Okay, what would be another one if there is any another one?
Optimization event. I always believe that
Ah,
e-commerce shouldn't use traffic campaign. Other than that, if you have something you want to achieve, you know what you're doing. Okay, you use traffic campaign for something else, I don't mind. But if you want purchase, I always use conversion campaign and optimize the event for purchase. No matter, I don't care if I have data or not. I don't really care. If I have zero purchase for the last 7 days, I don't care. I'll just go for purchase. Although the first purchase or maybe the first time purchase might be very, very expensive, like what I said, break even. If I can break even, good. Then if I don't break even, I still get the data. I still get the emails, their phone numbers. So as I keep going, I'll have more and more emails and more phone numbers to create a better look-alike audience. So this is the number one mistake for e-commerce. I always go for conversion campaign. I don't believe in going for traffic or something else to build. To warm up the audience first. Just straight to the point. If you're selling low ticket products or high ticket, maybe you're talking about 400-500 ringgit type of product, you need to educate them and stuff like that. So that time traffic will make sense, because
right.
you need to qualify those audience, those who are interested to click into your website, and then retarget those audience, and then provide them more stuff like testimonials and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I think overall, it also kind of like depends on the niches or the industry that you're in. But generally, I will agree with you that if you are running your own e-commerce website, if you can straight away go for the conversion, it just depends whether you want to go for the purchase, like what Christopher is saying, or you want to go for the more viable one, which is, what I would advise during my classes. I would say that you have to go for that one that has at least 25 events in the past 7 days to help you find the right one. So, okay, cool. I think these are very important mistakes that I believe advertisers make. But we have a question from the audience. I think this is, we get this from the trading group over here. So from one of a Facebook user. So what do you think? For Shopify product listing, how would you define a star product? What is,
What do you mean?
do you have
What do
a
you mean
star
by a
product?
star product? What do you
I
mean
would
by
say
a star
maybe star
product?
product is the one that is being the featured one, the best-selling product, maybe. Or do you have any information you guys can fill me in, right?
In Shopify, there's a dashboard for you to view through all the analytics of the product, like which one is selling well this month for the last 7 days, how many is added to cart, all those stuff. So I'm not sure what you mean by star product. If you mean star product like the bestseller, then you can check from the dashboard itself which product is selling.
Yeah. We have to answer the winning product.
Winning product. You mean dropship? Is this guy dropshipping? Are you dropshipping, by the way?
I think it sounds like a drop shipping already in a way. I think it sounds like a drop shipping. Yeah. So when it comes to drop shipping, it's kind of like a different ball game. But generally, we do not talk about the product angle over here because for Christopher's, for your information, what Christopher does is Christopher built his own brand. Okay, so you also mentioned that you started with drop shipping many years
Yeah,
back.
I've started
So maybe you can
dropshipping.
share a bit about your drop shipping challenges.
Okay, dropshipping that time I started with the clothing niche, gym clothes like sports clothes. So
Mm.
I tried to get products from AliExpress at the time, but it's what they told me. AliExpress using Obelo, the application to import AliExpress products, and then it will help you automatically upload all the products into your Shopify store. But then uh, my website wasn't really nice. I mean, there was no branding on the website. People, when I visit the website back then, I mean, now when I visit the website that I built before, I feel like it's just another general store. I mean, I don't trust the website at all. It looks very sketchy to me. It looks very fishy to me. So
Mm.
the first thing that I learned, I mean, right now is that your store, your team, your the store team, let's say your team is like focus more on black color. You have to follow that color. Let's say your black color is your branding. Just design your store in all black or all white or red or something like that. So the branding of the store must be important. That's my pain point for dropshipping because I just make it look like a very cheap website, a very normal
I
website.
agree.
It's not.
I
It
will
doesn't stand
agree.
out at all. You know, the first impression, people land on the page like, what the hell is this? It looks normal to me. Okay, I don't think I'll buy. There's not enough testimonials. The price is too high or something like that. Shipping time is too long, and all those stuff. That's my challenges I face in dropshipping. I think most people dropship. The most challenges they face is shipping time because it takes a long time to ship from China to somewhere else.
What I learned from, because one of my ex student also, he has learned everything from me and he's applying all these things to his dropshipping business. What he told me is when it comes to dropshipping, if you're using your own website, I agree with what Christopher mentioned. First thing first, you must make your website look really like solid, because it's
Uh,
totally
like a
different
brand.
when you're doing dropshipping. There are two types. Whether you're dropshipping on marketplace or you're dropshipping on your website. Marketplace, you're lesser focused, because it's really on the, it's marketplace anyway. But for your own website, right? I think the first thing first, a lot of dropshippers don't pay attention to is to really make your website looks reliable and trustworthy. Because I think that's the first factor, right? If I don't trust the website or what Christopher said, if it looks crappy, then I wouldn't go for it. And the second thing is, of course, when you talk about winning product, I think different niche would have different way of scoring a winning product. But we all know that when it comes to drop shipping, your challenge would be, even you have a winning product, it will only be winning product for a while. Then after that, you need to keep finding for
Yeah.
new winning product. So I
Yeah.
think
And
that's
also,
another challenge.
yeah. So I think that if you want to talk about winning product, I mean, any product can be a winning product. It's depending how you market your product, how you convince people to buy from you. That's what I think.
So at the end of the day, you still fall back to your marketing technique, lah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what we're
That's
gonna
right.
teach, right? Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, just a quick update, right? I think everybody knows that we are actually running this class. This is the reason why we bring Christopher over here. So if you're watching this and if you're interested to learn how Christopher actually kind of like achieved up to 9x ROAS for his Shopify store using Facebook ads, you can actually use this link to sign up. We're gonna run a 2-day course. It's a live training where we're gonna go live in a Facebook group. Some of you are actually watching this, already watching in the Facebook group. That's the reason why we are going live in the various places, because it's kind of like getting you to familiarize about how it's going to work, right? So as usual, all my classes are conducted in Facebook group. So when you sign up, you'll be invited to join the Facebook group. Here's the link. And then after that, we will run our course. If you are joining the live one, we'll be running this on next Tuesday and Wednesday. And then 3 p.m. Malaysia time, GMT +8. So if you're interested to sign up, you can use this link to go for it. Now, another question we have here from our viewer, the Gamer Scroll, who's watching on YouTube. So interesting question. How long did you take to reach 9x ROAS, Christopher? How many iterations? Wow, my goodness. You did tell me you did not.
Mine. How long? Wait, let me count in my brain. Uh, 1 year, I think. Ever since I started
Mhm.
in November 2019, I was making loss since November 2019 until around end of October 2020. And then ever since October 2020, during that time frame when I was losing a lot of money, like what I said, I don't really care. I mean, also I know, I mean, losing money is painful, but what I know is that I'm looking towards the brighter side of the thing. So what I'm capturing I get all my purchase data, all my emails, and all those phone numbers. So I know eventually I will gather enough data to create a very powerful lookalike audience. So that's, and then I read a lot also. I read a lot and how to run an effective Facebook advertisement. Also, I talk to Jason a lot. He has guided me a lot on his two-step funnel framework. So when I applied his strategy and stuff like that, together with all my data, I just see the results coming in straight away during November 2020, December, and all those stuff. Ever since then, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So it took about a year. So that's why I
It's
always
a
like to
very
tell
long
people.
and it's a very painful journey. I can tell you that literally. You'll be worrying every day. I'm spending $100 a day today. Am I gonna make any money from it, or am I gonna lose money? You gotta be worrying every day. You can't even sleep. I can tell you that.
True, true. I think that's
But
the thing when
don't
you're
give
actually
up.
running
Yeah.
ads. Yeah,
But
in a
don't
way,
give
I
up. That's all.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But 1 year is quite long, because usually I always tell people that even though you know that this two-step funnel framework is going to help you achieve better ROI, and the stabilized campaign, but it still takes time. That's why you need to still test. But this guy took a year. That's a bit too long. But I'm so happy that you achieved it. Now there's
Yeah.
another
Because
question.
if you have
Yeah.
a team, to do all the stuff and give you advice, I mean, it will take shorter time. But for me, I didn't rely on anyone. I wanted to know all the knowledge myself. So I don't have to
Right.
rely on people to do it for me. So when I have the
True.
knowledge, I can control everything. I can edit my own website's code. I know what to optimize on my website. I know what is needed to improve conversion rate, and stuff like that. So it took a long time for me to digest all those knowledge and put it into test. And then testing part is also another phase. I need to know what I read yesterday, will it work? So I will test it the next day and see if it actually works. So testing is a time-consuming part. You need to give it time, and then only you see results. You can't just test for 1 hour and then kill the ad set and say, oh, this doesn't work. You need to test for 1 week and see if you lose money or you make money. So testing phase is the longest part for me. Reading is not long for me. It's just reading. I can skip through paragraphs and read what I want. It's very fast. But testing
Yeah,
phase is the
Christopher is
most
an
time
avid
consuming.
reader. This guy read
Yeah.
crazy things.
Yeah. So testing
Right.
must be very patient. You can't just out of nowhere you feel like killing the asset, you just kill it. No, it doesn't work that way. Once you test, you just go through all the way. You just don't stop halfway, that's all.
I agree. I think one thing a lot of people don't actually investigate before they kill a ad set or really like just certify death and all these kind of things is because they kind of really don't know how to read the metrics, and I think that's what you are very good at, because in the training there will be you'll be covering, you're giving us a set of metrics that you want to track. I think that even really push further compared to whatever I actually learned, because to be frank, you have a very strong experience running focus on the Shopify store. So I think the metric that you're sharing is really powerful. So if you guys want to learn all the metrics that Christopher is using to track, you should really join this training right now, because this is where he was giving me the whole damn set, and he's going to give out a list of it where you can just use that and immediately apply in your ads manager column, and you'll be able to make sense of it. And he's going to share all the details. All right. But okay, now we have another question inside the group. This is one of the people who signed up to our course already. It's just like here, high value product optimization event instead of purchase. Cost for first 20 is too expensive. Okay.
Oh,
150
150 per purchase, okay. Should I use product
per
event
purchase is quite crazy though.
or audience you really only what I believe, I mean, so far I've tested before. Whatever optimization event you choose, Facebook will give you exactly what you want. You choose add to cart, Facebook will give you all the traffic that add to cart. And you will see, I mean, if you have Google Analytics installed in your website, you will see, I mean, I've tested before, if I optimize for add to cart, my bounce rate is way higher than when I optimize for purchase. Let's say if I optimize for add to cart, my bounce rate is around 60 to 70%, and the average time spent on my website is around 30 seconds only. If I optimize for
Okay.
purchase, my bounce rate is around 38 to 40%, and average spend time is around 1 minute 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
Wow.
So
Such
what
different.
so whatever event you optimize for, Facebook will give you what you want, and you will know what type of traffic you're getting. Is it garbage traffic or is it quality audience traffic? So for high ticket product,
Mm.
I for sure high ticket product, I mean, you can never exceed learning phase. I mean, 50 purchase in 7 days unless you spend a huge ton of money. So that's what I think. You just optimize for purchase, although it's really what do you call it? The cost per purchase is really high. But if you're starting out, just new, I mean, you're just starting out your store. of course, you get high cost of purchase because you don't have much data on your pixels. So
Another thing that you can try to do, because you see, when it comes to this technique, right, what we learned from Christopher over here is that he achieved crazy success with the one thing that he defined over here is using his high quality lookalike. So I think it's very important for us to fit enough information. So you see, if you have been selling this, I'm just assuming, I'm not sure whether it's true to you. If you have been getting good sales on other platforms like Shopee, Lazada, or marketplaces, what you can consider doing here is that you can import the database into Facebook and try to create lookalike. And then, of course, it will take some time to do adjustment and all that. At least you have a lookalike as a base to start. And then you optimize for like what Christopher suggested. You can actually try then go straight for conversion, which is purchase, and to see whether we are able to really like refine from that and fine tune from there along the way. But I would
yeah,
say even to get the first 20 is expensive. Sometimes we will have to endure in a
but it
way.
doesn't matter. I mean, there's a lot of factors playing here. I mean, your creative
Correct.
will play a factor. Your audience, the way you target your audience will play a factor. The budget you set, the optimization event you set, your landing page, how it looks like, how long your landing page takes to load, all those stuff. You know,
So will
a
you
lot
be
of factors are
sharing this
playing here.
inside the training? Will you be giving us some suggestions on this area when how do you want to actually do all this optimization?
Yeah, we will cover everything. I will cover everything
Cool.
from
Yeah,
scratch.
I think this is a very good question from I think it's Vincent. He attended my GIC and all this, and he's a very seasoned guy. But of course, definitely we would see whatever we can do to actually help. Now, thanks for the question. Now, okay, and next we have I have a quick question. Basically, what are the tools that you use to optimize your store to get it ready for Facebook ads? Is there anything that or is there any so-called process or any must-do things that you think that are really important?
Uh, the must do, I always focus on my product image and my website images, those homepage images also. So the must do, the one I always do is to compress my image while maintaining the quality. So with a lower image size, the website takes fast. I mean, the website loads faster. You don't have to wait
Mm,
for your Wi-Fi or whatever to download one whole 2 MB of picture just to load one section of it, and that section costs you 2 MB space. So if you
yeah,
compress this image with the quality, and the quality is the same, you can compress up to around 100 kilobytes, below 100 kilobytes. It's just load very fast. I mean, 10 times, 100 times faster. So this is a must do for me, and I use a lot of tools like Adobe Photoshop and various tools to compress the image while maintaining the quality of the
yeah. So I
image.
think that I totally agree, because you see that would really help you, because another thing that you want to also monitor, which is the conversion from click to landing page view. And then
Yeah,
after that you want to also monitor your bounce rate, because if the image loading is bad, then the landing page view time is going to be like, conversion from click to landing page view is going to be bad, and from there you lose a big chunk of people, right? And then even those who landed, and your website, this image cannot load, this image load halfway, is going to break the whole experience as well. So it will also kind of like breaks the buying desire when people are on your website. I totally agree. I think this is one of the things that I think
yeah.
a lot of people don't know how to do. Even seasoned website developers, they are still having this issue where the website image is way too big. But what else? Would you have any one more thing that you think that are really important based on the tools that you have been using?
Hmm, I think not much, because most of the tools that's important, I mean, that besides those compressed image, there's already inside Shopify App Store. They call it Shopify App Store. So most of the time, I research what I need for my business, for my website, and then I'll Google, is there any apps that can provide me this solution? And then most of the time, there's a solution in the Shopify App Store. Some is free, some is paid. So I'll just go there and then install. That's all. But I'll share
Why will you
more.
be cover all these list of
Yeah, I'll share.
Shopify apps? Yeah, you will, right?
Yes, I will cover all
Awesome.
those app stores that help me increase my conversion rate.
Well, I think that's really important, because a lot of
Yep.
people, when it comes to Shopify, it is powerful, but the problem here is that it is too vast, I would say, so extensive. So, in fact, you are actually going to cover a lot of setting part on the Shopify store.
Yeah, we will cover how. I mean, first thing first, the general part I will cover is picking your theme. I mean, you have to pick a theme that suits your business needs, and then we will teach you how to upload your product, what what is the best practice, what type of image you should upload, JPEG, PNG, or GIF, videos and stuff like that. And then I'll teach you more on the hidden side that most people ignore is the SEO title and description for the product itself. It's already a built-in tool with Shopify. So
Okay.
most of the people ignore that, those links and stuff like that, most of the people ignore that. And then the menu navigation, and then the
Right.
shipping fees, how do you set up shipping fees and all those stuff. Yeah. And also
Okay.
installing your
Okay.
Facebook pixel in Shopify without having any duplicate event fire issues. Yeah. I mean, most people usually face this type of issue. They install the pixel the wrong way and then they receive 2 purchases instead of 1. The pixel counts as 2 or 3 purchases is duplicated. I mean, it's gonna destroy your pixel. It's gonna make it look.
Right.
I mean, the data is gonna be very corrupted, I would say.
Right. That's cool. So basically, your this is more than Facebook ads for Shopify store already. This is really like kind of like also covering for Shopify store 101. So it's definitely suitable for even the real beginners who doesn't even have a Shopify store. Would you say that?
Yep. Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So okay, we have another question here. What do we do during learning phase? What do you do during learning phase?
I wait for 7 days. I'll see if it hits the for sure you hit the limited. I mean, okay, this is what I find recently. If my ad set on the day 1 I launch it, day 2 and day 3 is performing super well. Let's say I get around 2 or 4 purchases a day. I mean, let's say 4 a day. On day 3, Facebook will give me learning limited. No matter if I can exceed learning phase by 7 days or not, it will for sure give you learning limited. So I'll just wait. I'll just wait patiently and I'll see if it exceed learning phase by day 10, day 11. If it doesn't exceed learning phase by day 10 or day 11, I'll just kill the asset. Maybe first thing I'll do to exceed learning phase is to widen the audience. Maybe from 700,000 audience, I'll expand to 1 million, 1.2 million, see if it exceeds the learning phase using the same budget and same creative, same targeting, all those stuff. So what you do in learning phase, just wait. Don't panic. As long as the asset is profitable, leave it there. Don't touch it. That's all.
I agree. I agree. A lot of people, when they see learning limited, they panic. But in fact, like I said, it depends on your audience also. It depends on your campaign also. Like my tier 2 for most of my campaigns are always learning limited, but it doesn't kill the campaign, you see.
Yep,
that's the thing.
right.
So as long as it's making money, I think I will agree to that. Thanks. Okay, now we have another one from Gamers Grow as well. Do you use autoresponder for abandoned carts, or do you use Facebook ads to retarget? Good question.
You always retarget abandoned carts, man. I mean, if you don't retarget abandoned carts, you're leaving money on the table.
So you do retarget? Do you have a responder? Do you have email marketing as well?
Yes, I have. I build my own email marketing. I tested a lot of times. I mean, I first tested a free template that they gave me from the email software, and then I just tested that template, and I found that the clicks are very less, the open rate is very less, and I purposely go to my competitor's website, I add to cart, abandon, and see what they send me. I went
so
through
you do a lot of research on them, lah.
Yeah, so I add to cart, abandon, and see what type of message they send me and what message that makes me curious to click and open the email and see if I will click. Yeah, so from there, I crafted my own abandoned cart email sequence and I drip them slowly. Day 1, day 2, what should I send, all the stuff, and I see very good results from there.
Awesome. Okay, we have another question from Xander. He's asking, tier 1 conversion, T2 conversion. Oh no, T1 conversion, T2 catalog.
Depends. I mean, in conversion campaign, you can still do catalog. I mean, I'm not sure if you know that. Yeah, you just go to your creative, click on dynamic product, and then you come out with how it works like catalog. As long as your pixel is correctly set up, and then it will match the content ID and all those stuff. And Facebook will use those content ID to show those users the product they just viewed or add to cart. So I will always use conversion T1, conversion T2, unless sometimes I want to test out how much they can reach. Because conversion T2 for retargeting, you have to use your own custom audience. You have to create your own custom audience to retarget. You create your add to cart for 7 days, view content for 14 days, all those stuff. But for catalog, you just have to click which option you want, or view or add to cart for 7 days but have not purchased. You just click the option and then you just launch a campaign. But sometimes I test catalog, does it reach more and it give you better CPM, or conversion, does it give it better CPM and does it reach more people? So, but I always go for conversion. I don't really care about catalog anymore. Unless you have many products, right? I mean, if you have many type of catalogs like maybe you not only sell these type of accessories, you sell some other products that's not relevant to those accessories. Maybe you should use catalog sales for other audience. I mean, you can choose your catalog, which to publish, which to show, all those stuff.
All right. Awesome. Thanks for that. Now, we take one last question. This is from Vincent. So, Vincent is the guy who asked about the question about the optimization. Okay, so he's saying that. Okay, now let's read about. It's quite long. T2 is optimized for purchase. T1, okay. Will it benefit for purchase and increase ROAS audience? Okay, my take. I mean, while you're reading this, my take is definitely T2. You should go for purchase right away. I would strongly agree with that. Now, what we learned from Christopher here is, even T1 you should also go for purchase. But if you go for add to cart, I would say maybe add to cart, or maybe we go a level deeper. Maybe at least initiate the checkout. I'm not sure. Okay, then you're talking about 1.2 million 100 a day. What's the difference? Okay, but before that, you have multiple questions over here. Will it benefit? What do you think?
I can't promise because, like I said again, if you optimize for add to cart for tier 1, Facebook will give you people who just add to cart, but
add to cart, right? But not purchase.
They don't have the intent to purchase. Let's say this guy he's like a window shopper. He go to every website, he just add to cart. He don't have the intent to purchase. So what's the point of retargeting the audience? He doesn't have the intent to purchase in the first place, right? So
interesting.
I would say it's still situational. I mean, depending on the audience you're targeting and all those stuff. But I will never go. I mean, for my product, I will never go add to cart and then retarget those add to cart users for purchase, because I know I've tested before. People who optimize for add to cart, those people doesn't have more like those purchase intent. Some are just window shoppers. They just add to cart for fun and just abandon you. They just leave you hanging right there.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks. Now, last question over here. It says, what's the difference between EC Store and Shopify? I think it's just different platform. And
I think you can view the 3MS show. I mean, we talk about it in the 3MS show.
We talk about it. But I think fundamentally it's about the tool that you're using. Of course, we talk about Shopify having the most powerful system in the world right now. They are actually the leading one. And of course, the integration and different things will be definitely different. But I think it's a choice of platform depending on which one. But I would say Shopify at the moment is kind of like the crown jewel of e-commerce software at the moment, being one of the top in the market. So if you want to scale further, then you probably want to consider using Shopify instead of Easy Store, because Easy Store and SiteGiant are relatively, local platform. So when you are, maybe you want to, in the future, you want to prepare for international and all this kind of thing, it may not be that. Yeah, but of course, Shopify comes with a different cost setting.
Yeah, if you want to scale internationally, you should just go for Shopify from the start. You save your headache from migrating from Easy Store to Shopify in future. You save a lot of headache there and don't have to have
actually the migration is
so just go. I mean, for me, whoever has a bigger team and a more reliable team and more reliable support, I'll just go for that company. Like Shopify, I mean, the support is superb. Any issues I have, I just contact the support. They follow up with me through email and all those stuff. They make sure your problem gets solved. That's all.
Awesome.
Although it's a bit pricey to pay, but I don't mind paying the price for a good support and reliable platform.
Because you're building this for long term.
Yeah. So let's say you do a pre-launch. Let's say you want to do a pre-launch, right? You're gonna have like maybe 1,000, 200,000, 100,000 people visit the website on that day and that timing itself. I mean, for me, Shopify can handle the load, but I'm not sure about Easy Store if they can handle those type of traffic.
Shopify usually can.
Yeah, so usually can. Like those spikes, Shopify can handle
of traffic.
I'm not sure about.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all we have for today. We overrun a little bit because we plan to do this for 30 minutes, but I don't think you mind. So thank you so much for joining us today. And then basically, if you want to sign up for this course, which is Facebook ads for Shopify store, will be mainly conducted by Christopher. What he's going to do is he's going to come in and share with you how to set up a Shopify store from scratch. And then after that, on the day 2, we're going to talk about how do we set up ads that actually help him generate up to 9x ROAS based on his experience, and what are the things that you want to do in terms of setting up the right 2-step funnel framework, Facebook ads for your Shopify store. So if you want to join this, you can actually join now, because as you're watching this live, we're going to do this next week. We're going to do this next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then it's going to be live training conducted inside this Facebook group. If you're already signed up, like Vincent and Xander, you're already in the group. And if you're not, then basically you want to use this link to sign up. And we're going to go live on Tuesday and Wednesday at 3 p.m. inside the Facebook group. So once you pay, you sign up, you'll be invited to join the group. So we will see you. And yep, and I think that's it. Anything you want to add on, Christopher?
I'll see you guys on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Awesome. See you on Tuesday and Wednesday. See you guys. Thanks so much. Enjoy our weekend. Have a good one, and let's work on Tuesday and Wednesday coming next week. See you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
if you're serious about this, better join, guys. If you're serious, better join.
Right. We are serious
about. A lot
about.
of time. If you save you a lot of time searching for the answers in Google. I mean, I've been through that. You know that 1 year to achieve this result. I'll save you a lot of time, guys. Yeah, time is money.
That's very long. Right? Correct. Let's get these things done right. Okay. See you next week. Thanks, guys. Bye.